I didn't look at myself like no type of mentor at all. Who am I to mentor somebody? I just been locked up for all type of different things. How can I come in here and make a difference in any kid's life? Or how can I tell them anything? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But then it changed one day. One day a kid was talking about doing something that he had no business doing, and it sounded crazy. The things he was talking about doing didn't make no legitimate sense. But he had psyched himself up to believe that he was going to get away with it too. So he wind up doing it. He wind up talking about it, and I just like kind of tapped him on the shoulder. It was my first time talking, even in the whole building. My first time talking to any of the kids. I turned around and told him, if you do that, you know you're going to jail. First of all, he looked at me like, dude, who is you? When did you get here? I've been here for months, dude. I just ain't talked to y'all. He shrugged me off. He wound up leaving that day. He went and did it. He was missed for like 3 weeks. He came back. He came right to me and said, man, I did it. And I got locked up. What do I do next? Growing up, I never had the answers to much of nothing. I never, in school, when a teacher said, who knew the 1 + 1, I never raised my hand because I didn't have answers. First time in my life, that boy asked me, what do I do next? I kind of had the answer for him.
Yeah.
I've been through the juvenile justice system, so I know what's about to go down. I know what court they should to go through. I know it all. So I had the answers for him. But then at that moment, I felt like I had a purpose to be here.
Welcome to the JC Barnett podcast, where we bring you real conversations about community, leadership, faith, and empowering the next generation. I'm your host, JC Barnett, and together we'll explore stories that inspire growth and life. Today's episode is proudly supported by JC Barnett School of Jump Shooting, the Lady Stars Girls Basketball Organization, and JC Barnett Jr., investing in young people and leaders to reach their full potential. Let's get started. Mr. Dunn, how are you, sir?
I'm pretty good. And you? Pretty good.
Man, I'm doing great. Man, I have to be honest with you. Your reputation precedes you.
Okay.
And that's a good thing.
Yes.
I've just heard absolutely incredible things about you.
Good.
I know, what career path you're in right now, which we'll jump into all those things in a little bit. But I just want to tell you, I just appreciate you for who you are.
Thank you.
And for what I've learned about you. We did not grow up together. Okay. You'll have a moment to share where you're from, who you are. But I just want to say that I've just heard incredible things about you and your impact on young people.
Thank you.
And that means a lot to me because not only do I aspire to be that and try to be that for myself, but I watched my dad, who for decades just engaged with young people as a youth coach, as a mentor, as just a positive example for me and many other friends and kids in the community. And you are every bit of that and more. So I just thank you for being who you are. And I'd really just love to know where you're from. I know Michigan, but where are you from?
I'm from old Flint, Michigan.
Flint, Michigan.
Flint, Michigan, yes.
Man, I know a little bit of something about the water there, and there was some struggles there, but that's where you're from.
Yes, I'm from Flint, Michigan, where there's nothing to be proud to be at right now. But yes, that's from Flint, Michigan.
Okay. Your childhood, your upbringing. How did what shaped you into who you are today?
Man, the streets, everything about me is street.
Yeah.
Everything I ever learned, everything that I know now, comes from the streets. And I just, as I got here and, got involved in this program, I applied my street life and made it into a more legitimate lifestyle for myself. But everything that I learned was from the streets. How to be a man, how to tie my shoes. The streets taught me that.
I don't know anything about the streets.
Got you.
And I don't pretend to.
That's good.
And what I do know from some of the young people that I've come up with and friends who encounter some difficult circumstances in their life, both home life and just some of the things that they've had to encounter, I would imagine you come across some difficult circumstances.
Absolutely, a lot.
And so can you share a little bit about a moment when you might have chosen to partake in something or you experienced something in your life and how did that shape you and how did you learn to rise above that?
Well, again, like I said, you want me to just tell?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, got you.
It's your
Well,
time.
I came here to Kokomo, Indiana around 2003 from Flint, Michigan. Me, my mom, and my brother and my sister, we all migrated here from Flint, Michigan. I got to Kokomo, first of all, extremely scared of this place. I was scared of this place because I wasn't really used to white people.
Okay.
I was more, where I'm from is predominantly black.
Yes.
So, I wasn't used to white people at all. So when I first got here, I see train tracks. I see, our neighbors are white. It just was different for me.
Yeah.
And it was scary at the same time because people were so nice.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, you either one or the other. Either your parents are on drugs or your parents selling their drugs. And, you can identify that easily by the clothes that you wear and by the things that you do. You can tell who was who. So I got here, it was just a mixture of everybody, and it just was different for me and quite scary, actually. Wow. But I came here. Kokomo and Flint, Michigan is completely different. I think of, when it comes to the streetwise, I think of Kokomo being more domesticated like the Sioux. I think of Flint, Michigan being more like the wild. Wow. Two different type of jungles. Yeah. So when I got here, my mom, and she did the best she can with me and my brother and my sister as well. But she had no control over us at that time when we got here. I was about 15 years of age. No real male role models in my life, just my mom. She did pretty much everything she possibly could do to try to discipline me, but nothing she did worked for real. Yeah. I learned everything the hard way. Streets, concrete. Bumped my head many of times. I done been to every boys' school you can think of. I done been to every program that the Kinsey Youth Center had to offer. Yeah. I done it all. And then I found myself in prison right after that. Again, all the decisions that I made was all choices based on me. I don't sit there and blame where I come from. No, I don't blame my environment, because at the end of the day, I did that. Yeah. My environment didn't do that to me. I did. I chose to do that. It's a choice. God gave us all a choice. Yeah. I just chose wrong every time. That's all. So when I finally got myself incarcerated to prison, the first time I went, it was more of a game for me. So I thought it was tough. I went to Westville prison first, and then I got out of there. I learned a lot of things in prison, so I got out and tried to apply them as well. Found myself right back in prison again. I ended up going to Miami Correctional Facility. But the thing that was different this time was I had a girlfriend at the time. And then I liked her a lot, and she liked me a lot, and I started trying to change for her and for myself too, because I didn't want to be incarcerated. So I started changing while I was in prison. My change came from while I was inside of prison. I didn't wait till I got out to change. Right. I started changing inside. Start finding things to do, start finding better opportunities to use my time with. And I wound up getting married while I was in prison to my wife. Wow. I loved her enough to never let her have to go through doing another prison bit with me. So I kind of started changing right there. Yeah. And then I got out, and then I had 5 years house arrest to do. Stayed at home. I really didn't get in trouble or nothing. Yeah. But didn't really go nowhere either, because I know, trouble didn't find me. I found the trouble. I didn't want to get locked back up, so I just stayed home. But then my probation officer at the time told me that I had to get out and become one with society again. So he kind of forced me out the house. Right. And that's when he introduced me to the Kokomo Urban Outreach Up program. And then I went there. Yeah. Incredible
journey. I only know this because I seen this on a social media post. That you took a picture with Ty Stitz.
I did. That's my
guy.
Ty
Stitz is my cousin.
Okay, that's my guy. Yes.
That's my blood cousin.
That's my guy.
So, and if you guys developed a friendship in there and did some time in there together, what another extraordinary individual who has just completely changed his life around for the better, and being a positive presence for young people in the community. And some of those personal struggles and being able to transform those into passions in mentoring and serving others. Is that something that you learned in there as well, or is that something that you just gravitated to as you started to transform your life outside of that space?
Yes, that came from outside. See, I didn't have a real succession plan when I was locked up. I just knew I didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So anything involved with me getting in trouble, I try to just stay away from, whether it was the streets or friends, whoever.
Right.
If it wasn't nothing that was going to make me be a better person, I just stayed away from it. And at that point, I felt like that was everything. So that's why I just stayed in the house. I stayed in the house for about a year straight.
Wow.
And that's when my probation officer said, you got to go outside. You got to get back into community, society, rather. And then when I came to the Kokomo Urban Outreach, I did not want to go there. But he managed to make me go there. He said, you got to go there and volunteer. I didn't know nothing about the program. It had just started like 3 months before I got there. I knew nothing about it, but I came in there, I talked to Mr. Jeff Newton.
Yeah.
He told me, I gave you a chance, and you do volunteer work around here. Once I found out what the program was, I most definitely didn't want to be there because it's all boys. I just got a prison with a bunch of men. Now you put me back with a bunch of more boys that I don't want to be around.
Yeah.
So for the first 6 months of my volunteer, I was just there, didn't really talk to nobody. I was just another person that was basically a chaperone, making sure nobody wasn't doing nothing they weren't supposed to be doing. In the mix of me staying there for about 6 months, there was another guy who was actually running the place, and I was just in the environment with the kids. So you could imagine what the kids were saying. They didn't look at me like a authority figure. So they were saying all type of different things. And I'm listening to everything that everybody's saying. Who's about to do this? Who got babies over here? Who's using drugs over here? I can hear it all. So the kids didn't look at me as an authority figure, so they were just saying everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at myself like no type of mentor at all. Who am I to mentor somebody? I just been locked up for all type of different things. How can I come in here and make a difference in any kid's life? Or how can I tell them anything? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But then it changed one day. One day a kid was talking about doing something that he had no business doing, and it sounded crazy. The things he was talking about doing didn't make no legitimate sense. But he had psyched himself up to believe that he was going to get away with it too. So he wind up doing it. He wind up talking about it, and I just like kind of tapped him on the shoulder and let him know. It's my first time talking, even in the whole building. My first time talking to any of the kids. I turned around and told him, if you do that, you're going to jail. First of all, he looked at me like, dude, who is you? And when did you get here? I've been here for months, dude. I just ain't talked to y'all. He shrugged me off. He wound up leaving that day. He went and did it. He was missing for like 3 weeks. He came back. He came right to me and said, man, I did it, and I got locked up. What do I do next? Growing up, I never had the answers to much of nothing. I never, in school, when a teacher said, who knew the 1 + 1, I never raised my hand because I didn't have answers. First time in my life, that boy asked me, what do I do next? I kind of had the answer for him.
Yeah.
I've been through the juvenile justice system, so I know what's about to go down. I know what court they should to go through. I know it all. So I had the answers for him. But then at that moment, I felt like I had a purpose to be here. Wow. A lot of those kids in that program was going through either what I've been through or getting ready to go through something I already been through already. So at that moment, I had the purpose there, and that's when the light switch just turned on for me, and then I was gone.
Man, that's amazing. That's amazing to see and know and hear the exact moment when the light switch, like as you say it, turns on, and you just get it, and you are able to understand and effectively communicate what your purpose is and what your calling is. And that's kind of the same thing for me being at the Carver Community Center right now. I came up with a tremendous example of my dad, and I somewhat followed that path that my dad had showed me. And so prior to being at the Carver Center, I feel like I was making an impact in certain pockets of my life.
Yes.
But when I was asked to be the executive director there, it was different. It wasn't an opportunity for a new job. It was an opportunity to step into a calling for my life, because where I was making an impact here, and there, a single decision at that place has an opportunity to change hundreds, if not thousands of lives.
Yes.
And so, and working with young people and trying to make an impact on families is something that I can't escape even if I wanted to.
Yes.
And that sounds like that's what happened for you right there in that moment. You could not run away from, because you experienced so much of that. You knew that what I said to that young kid is making a difference.
Yes.
And that's tremendously powerful, man. So, okay. your official title at Kokomo Urban
Yes.
Outreach? What is that title?
I don't even know that. I done been through I done been through,
And that's
again,
okay.
Yep, I started off as a volunteer.
Yeah.
So I done been through so many titles. Because I do it all.
Right.
You know
it inside and out.
Yeah.
So your day to day, that are you able to share with me what the day to day looks like?
We're working really close with the schools right
Yeah.
now. So I do a lot of phone calls from schools. My job is to make sure the kids are getting education, because we understand education is key to success in anybody's life.
Yeah.
So during the days, I do phone calls with teachers, or I go to the schools and have conversations with kids if needed to. If there's kids that's interrupting the class, my job is to go to the school and try to keep the kid in school. I don't want the kid kicked out of school, because I know if the kid is kicked out of school, education is out the equation. Right. Maybe food and everything else as well. So my job is to keep the kid in school. So I go there and try to basically put the fires out. Wow. That's what I do at the schools. I build strong relationships with the teachers, the kids, and trying to introduce them into the parents, because a lot of times the teachers just get the kids and they don't really get a chance to talk to them and see the parents. So that's kind of my job, to give the teacher a different perspective of the child, because they just deal with them at school. I deal with the kids at school, at home, and my program all day long. So I know more about the kid than the teacher do.
Right.
So that's just my job for the daytime. And then after that, around 3 o'clock, we start our actual program. That's when we teach kids how to be respectful, responsible, reliable, give them work ethics, take them out on job sites. We got an actual store that we're running. We let the kids run the store. So we're just investing into the future. That's what we're doing right now.
That's incredible, man. That's great work. You guys have some of those principles that you teach within Kokomo Urban Outreach, and I would imagine that you have a certain level of principles that you live within yourself. And what are some of those things that guide your life and your business? Because I understand that you are also an entrepreneur.
I am.
And which I would love for you to share as well.
Yes. I'm a dog breeder. I have my own company. It's called Bando, Bullies. Wonderful. And I breed beautiful dogs. I grew up my whole life having dogs, and I understand, for me, the importance of a dog and what it can do for you. The dog is labeled the man's best friend for a reason. I love dogs, and I know, how happy they make me feel. So I just try to recreate that and help the world and make sure they get that same feeling that I get as well. Yeah. Yes.
What do you use dogs as a method for helping young people through that program as well?
Absolutely. Okay. So I bring dogs sometime occasionally to the program and let them the kids play with the dogs, have fun with the dogs. Anything that I can use or I would have to go buy from the store, I ask the program to make it so I can support the program in that way as well. So I can spend money with the program to help, because we understand finances is what keeps the doors open. So anyway, anything that they can make for me for my business, I'm asking them to make it for me. So and the kids take pride in it.
That's wonderful. You kind of touched on this a little bit, but many young people struggle to find trust with adults.
Yes.
I know your approach with that young man. Have you found that that has been a constant, consistent approach, or has over time your approach changed somewhat?
Yeah, I myself personally, not even just adults, it's so hard to trust anybody today. Yeah. And, it's hard to trust their peers. It's social media is playing a major game with the kids' minds.
Absolutely.
So it's hard for them to trust anybody right now. So I always want to give a child the safe space to be open and to be able to speak how he or she actually feels, and never judge them. The world's so judgmental right now. You say you don't like something, or you say you do like something, the whole world got a problem with it. We try to make sure that the kids understand that you can be you, and it's okay to be you. Whatever it is that you are, be it. That's you, and we still love you.
Yes. What changes have you seen in Kokomo's youth over the years? How do you think mentorship can change the next generation?
Yes. Number one is the kids having somebody that they can go talk to.
Yeah.
That's myself personally. I talk about myself. When I first got here, wasn't nothing like this. I didn't have nobody I can go talk to. You know who I was talking to? The streets.
Wow.
Nobody taught me how to be respectful, responsible, reliable, ready. I didn't have that.
Yeah.
I learned all that from the streets, the hard way. We're giving them kids those tools right there. So now we're talking to some kids, and they might and understanding that you don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Some people really don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know until somebody tell you something. So that's what we're doing. We're making sure that every door becomes visible for the kids that we deal with. Let them know there's a door right here for you, and beyond anything, it's some love here for you.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
There are so many programs that I understand that are happening at Kokomo Urban Outreach that are just amazing, that youth are able to engage with. And I know that with the quantity of things, there also can come some challenges with those initiatives. How have you been able to handle some of the setbacks but still keep the vision alive for how to keep making an impact?
Number one is the thing that I always go to. We leave everything in God's hands.
Yeah.
That's really sums it up in a nutshell to me.
That's major.
The first thing I say is, man, God
major.
take the wheel.
Yes.
And he do just that every time.
Yes.
Every single time. If we're down about something or we need something, whatever the case may be, we ask God. We ask God, we pray about it, but at the same time, we still putting in the work.
For sure.
We're not just sitting around waiting for God to drop it in our laps. No, we out there working still. We out there still grinding. We still promoting. We still pushing, and we still doing exactly what our mission is.
Yes.
And God gonna find a way for us.
Absolutely.
Like he always does.
Man, when I first stepped foot in the Carver Community Center, I have to admit, it wasn't the most ideal situation and circumstance. I'm tremendously thankful to be there, have a great team of individuals around me. Things are building up, programs are building up. It's the perception is beginning to change. But the first thing I said when I stepped in there, I was like, Holy Spirit, you got to lead. You got to fill this place. You got to dwell within this place. You have to surround this place, and you have to dwell within me and surround me. And all the right conversations happen. All the right meetings happen. All the right things are happening. And it has less to do with me than it has to do with just the presence of God in that place.
Absolutely.
And when you rely on him, much like you just mentioned right there, it's just a powerful, powerful thing. Where do you hope to see Kokomo Urban Outreach and your personal mission for the organization, but also in your own personal life?
Yes.
About, years from now.
My ultimate goal is to have the Kokomo Urban Outreach UP program spread across the whole world, not just the United States.
Yeah.
The whole world itself, because the whole world need a place like this. We are single-handedly dealing with the future, the kids.
Yep.
These are the future doctors, the future lawyers, the future addicts, the future mental health patients. These are the future kids for sure.
Yep.
We're dealing with them. So I believe we need a program like this around the whole world. So that's what I'm striving for. I'm striving for it.
Yeah. One thing that you would love for your listeners to take away from our conversation today, whether that's from the standpoint of mentorship, standpoint of getting involved with the Kokomo Urban Outreach Man Up program, and how an adult maybe can make an impact in their own community from hearing your story.
Yes. I would say number one thing for sure, two things for certain. We're not perfect, and we're no angels. We all sinners. But we striving to be better people.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. Number one, I would tell everybody in the whole world is number one, love your neighbor. Love the person that's right on side of you. Love them.
Yeah.
Treat them with kindness.
Yeah.
You never know what that person's going through. You never know what information that you might have for that person that might change that person's life. Treat everybody with love. And that's what I would tell everybody.
Man. Kareen Dunn, I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to the JC Barnett podcast. We hope today's conversation inspired you to think and to live with more intention, and to be reminded of your power of the mind, the heart, your faith, and solid support systems. This episode was brought to you by JC Barnett School of Jump Shooting, the Lady Stars Basketball Organization, and JC Barnett Jr., dedicated to helping young people grow in skill, in confidence, and in character. Don't forget to subscribe, to share, and to join us next time for more stories of empowerment, leadership, and life lessons. Until then, I'm JC Barnett. Thank you for tuning in.